we are going to dive into the Nostalgia Critic, and we are going to be watching his review of the Super Mario Bros. Movie. The Super Mario Bros. Movie I really loved. I really did. I really, really liked it. It's about pretty much love. I mean, I pretty much loved it because I've seen it like 3 times now. I had to go ahead and say I loved it. I loved the Super Mario Bros. Movie. I thought it was fantastic. A lot of fun. Voice acting was a lot better than I thought it was going to be. Chris Pratt was fine. Want to hear what Nostalgia Critic thinks of this movie. So if you want to see this content continue, like Nostalgia Critic reactions, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you're new around here. Our goal is 20,000, though I want to make it to 100,000 subscribers as my main goal. So it's my dream to get a play button. Just at least, even the first one. I don't need to get, the big golden million subscriber play button. If I can just get like a 100,000 subscriber play button, I would be so honored and thrilled and happy. So please help me get there, guys, by just hitting that subscribe button for me. But let's go ahead and dive into the video, and I'll give you guys my thoughts during and after the video.
This episode brought to you by Factor, America's #1 ready-to-eat meal kit.
Why are Hollywood movies not making money?
Is it possible people just don't like going to the theaters anymore?
Is there any hope for cinema? Will anybody go to theaters when you can just stream at home?
Big budget movies are failing because there's no good films anymore.
The problem is, Hollywood doesn't want to make good movies, so why would people want to leave their homes to see them?
Well, of course those 2 movies bombed.
They're cartoons.
Mamma mia!
Oh! I just realized it's Super Smash Bros. They're going with the Super Smash Bros. Opening. I dig that. That's clever. Clever.
Hello,
I'm the Nostalgia Critic. I remember, so you don't have to.
With the curse of video game movies being plagued for so long, one does have to ask the question, was this really so hard?
I know, right?
The Super Mario Bros. Movie more than replaced its predecessor that came out 30 years earlier, and is the latest hit that's asking...
I still have yet to watch that original film, and by the way, please let me know in the comments if the audio for the video is too loud and I'm too quiet. If that's the case, I will do my best to turn it down next time. I apologize, I'm just kind of winging it at the moment. But I have yet to watch that original... I think it's 1980s Super Mario Bros. Movie. If you guys want to see a reaction to that, hit the like button. Maybe I'll do a reaction at some point in the future. I've heard bad things about it. I've seen clips here and there, like several clips, but I haven't actually sat down and watched the full-length movie, so I don't know if I would like it or not. Maybe I find it to be a good guilty pleasure. I don't know. We'll just have to find out. But let's go back and yeah.
The question, if you make it like what people enjoyed originally, does a sequel or adaptation have to suck? Though many were concerned with the bizarre casting choices and often juvenile studio making it, the fact is Super Mario Bros. Is a movie that really only Illumination could make. Most of the other studios would try too hard to make it a self-sufficient, multi-layered, important movie, and that's not really what most people wanted. We wanted Mario Bros. Bright, silly, simple.
No, that's the thing, man. That's the thing. That's the thing. I think too many studios would have tried way too hard to make something. You know what I mean? Like, it's not that difficult. It's not like you need to add anything. Everything that you need is already there. You just got to make it in a way to where it's going to appeal as a film. That's all you have to do. And the Mario movie did it beautifully. It did it perfectly. Why do more studios not do this? I don't know. It's literally them overthinking it. I genuinely believe that. And yeah, Nostalgia Critic's hitting it right on the head.
It's a movie that tried hard enough. Nobody really wants a complex plot when it comes to these characters in this world.
No.
But they want something that still represents what we like about these characters and this world. And you can feel the love for all of that in this flick. It famously didn't get much praise from critics, but it's hard to say it really got trashed. It still technically has the majority of critics liking it, but it's just not the overwhelming majority. It's not that surprising. I mean, if you're an adult who didn't grow up with Mario Brothers, I don't know how entertaining this very clear Nintendo commercial is gonna be. But there's been other clear commercials out there.
Yeah, honestly, like, I get it.
A lot of charm in.
I get it what he's saying, but yeah, no, I don't think you need to, like, actually even know what Mario is to sit down and actually have a fun time with the movie. I think you can just go into it not knowing anything and still be pleasantly entertained, because it's entertaining as all heck. Yeah, no, yeah.
With that said, is it perfect? That's a Take On Me song reference of no. It still has problems like most Illumination films do, but I think fans agree when they think of what a Super Mario Brothers movie would be like.
Right
This
on
is
the
about
money.
as close
Yeah.
as it gets.
Right on the
So what are
coins,
strengths,
man.
Weaknesses, and earworms. We're still trying to decide if we're.
That I already saw what he did there. Yeah, the weaknesses of the movie. Look, and I know he's going to talk about it. I had a feeling Nostalgia Critic would probably have an issue with this one voice actor casting in the movie, and yeah, Cranky Kong was probably the only one that I felt was miscast. I get what they were trying to do, I really did, but at the end of the day, it just did not work. It really didn't. He was like the only one that I just felt was a bit out of place. After thinking that so many other actors were going to be out of place, he was the one that was actually out of place. I was like, oh my gosh, like, no, not Cranky. I mean, Cranky's not one of my favorite characters, but I could just, it still bothered me a little bit.
Of or not. Well, let's take a closer look.
I'm not going to keep pausing it.
This is Never Going Back, the Super Mario Brothers movie. This movie's already trying to show up Disney saying, hey, we can dick up our castles as much as you can.
Epic intro for Bowser.
One of the most enjoyable elements for any fan is how well the music incorporates the Nintendo themes. Brian Tyler is a crazily underappreciated composer, and he did a damn good job working in Koji Kondo's music while still keeping it cinematic.
Does this thing work?
Yeah, he does. He does a great job. So good.
Also a big thank you for not having Jack Black sing Bowser's theme.
I'd still watch it.
Open the
I'd
gates!
still watch.
On that note, as I know a lot of people have said, Jack Black is probably the best casting choice in the movie.
Do you yield?
I do not.
I do not.
He steals a star from this kingdom of penguins and has both the threatening base yet comedic bounciness a villain like this needs.
I finally found it. And now no one can stop me!
Nobody except a callback to an 80s show with Bad King that
No,
technically
I-
should have keyed Luigi out too. Kevin missed opportunity.
I-
the Mario Brothers and
I just noticed that they are on bar stools. I just noticed the bar stools underneath their stomachs, pretending they're flying around. That is hilarious, dude. I don't care. I loved this part of the movie. It's so catchy. You can say whatever you want about the show, the Super Show. That song is just, I almost said thong, is so funny and so catchy. It's actually like ear bleeding catchy.
Have keyed Luigi out too. Kevin missed opportunity.
we're the Mario Brothers
And Plumbing's a game
We're not like the others who
Get all the fame.
Well, it's no dick.
Forget the expensive plumbing companies over you're just a face.
To kind of cleverly show why the Charles Martinet Mario voice wouldn't have worked for the entire movie while also giving a loving nod.
What about the accent? Is it too much? Too much? It's perfect.
Mario this time is voiced by Chris Pratt, which, like I said, had a lot of controversy behind it. He's fine.
He's fine.
Before Mario
Yeah.
64,
He's
I always
good.
saw Mario as having more of a deep, raspy Brooklyn voice, kind of like what Bob Hoskins of the cartoon had.
The only thing miraculous I know is that we're still eating.
Now we're gonna clog you out of the Mushroom Kingdom.
But Pratt isn't distracting as the voice, he's just serviceable. It's not the voice I think of when I see the character, but I'm also not thinking of him in the recording studio saying these lines either. It's an okay in between.
I am so glad we spent our life savings on this commercial.
That is not a commercial.
I thought Luigi was great.
Cinema.
Not true. Critics also reviewed that commercial and disliked it just as much.
Is it Daniel Day?
My mom called.
Or something like that?
Oh, boys, that's the best commercial I've ever seen.
Charlie Day plays his brother
Charlie Day.
Luigi.
Charlie Day.
He's fine.
No, I thought he was
He would be
great.
the best thing in this movie, as I'm a big fan of his stuff. But
Yeah.
like Pratt, he doesn't really add much, but he doesn't take away much either. Which is good, as your eye's gonna constantly be darting for all the Nintendo Easter eggs. in
Yeah,
this.
there's a lot of them.
They are everywhere.
Dude,
And you-
I still feel like I missed so much watching that movie. I've seen the movie probably like 3 times now, and I still feel like I'm missing so much. It's one of those layered movies, like for a Nintendo fan myself, I'm just always trying to point out every small thing. Yeah, no, it's a good time. I really want to go back and watch it again. I'm not gonna lie, it has a lot of rewatch value to it. But I thought Charlie Day was great as Luigi. Chris Pratt was fine as Mario. He was good. He was tolerable. I liked it. But I thought Charlie Day was like perfect. Yeah, that's my opinion though.
You know, it seems like every franchise movie is doing this, but let's just say it. There's a right way and a wrong way to do it. There's references that feel distracting and desperate, like it's a cheap way to show they understand the property when really all they're doing is acknowledging they know it exists. But something like the DuckTales reboot, the Spider-Verse films, and yes, this, shows there's a cleverness, excitement, and even love for building this world. It's cool knowing Mayor Pauline is in this universe. Apparently Little Mac opened a restaurant. Jumpman is this world's version of Mario, which was another name for him. They're both in-jokes and world-building tools that make me want to know more about this environment rather than distract from it. Even the side-scrolling shtick I thought was a little lame the first time I saw it, but I kind of like the comparison that running through a battlefield is pretty similar to just getting through New York. The more I let it sit, the more it kind of grew on me.
Hello, Super Mario.
I thought it was clever.
It's Uncle Frank! He says he can play your part if you ever get canceled for some dumb reason. Yeah, just because Pratt is passable doesn't mean I can't fantasize about better choices.
No. I you know who Danny DeVito would be perfect as? Wario. If we need to get Danny DeVito as Wario, perfect casting.
They're called in to fix a leak at a fancy residence, but the secret life of Cujo causes trouble because they destroyed his toy. So this is another example of the movie working just well enough. If this was only them fixing this leak and water going everywhere, it wouldn't be funny. But the addition of this incredibly expressive dog obsessing over their demise adds the right amount to make it pretty humorous. It's not hilarious, but it is funny. It works.
I thought so too.
The job obviously doesn't go well, and we see them go home to their family ashamed.
What were you thinking with that commercial?
They give an Oscar for worst actors? Hey, what'd I do?
And let me get this straight. Mario is seen as an Italian stereotype, but nobody had a problem with animated Moonstruck here?
I wouldn't quit your day job.
Oops, he already did.
Well, it's better than the original script. Literally, it was just an entire page of everybody going, "Hey!" Charles Martinet also voices Mario's father, which is again not only a nice in-joke, but allows people who think he only does Mario's voice to see he can play different roles.
You don't leave a steady job for some.
I didn't even know that was him as the dad.
Worst part, you're bringing your brother down with you.
Nah, he's just upset because he never became the golf star he always wanted to be. Seriously, you have to stand far back to even notice that one.
Dude, I didn't even know that was him. That actually is a cool nod, because he technically is, like, you know, other Mario in a sense. I mean, he's been playing him for so long. It makes perfect sense now that I think about it. I love that they gave him more opportunity to be in the movie, because he definitely deserved it. I mean, I really wanted to see more of him. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. I dig that. His line in the movie killed me the first time when he goes, like, you're dragging your brother along, you know, down with you, and he goes, "What did I say?" Hilarious.
Hey.
Don't you think it's a little weird you're playing, you know? Nah, you want real confusing? Sonic is playing TurboGrafx 16 next door. Wait, what? But it looks like there's some bad news on the news.
A water main burst underground.
Oh yeah, I gotta save Brooklyn.
Scapelli.
Somebody save Brooklyn!
Luigi, this is our chance.
Okay, so this is a crazy nitpick, but Mario's human hands without his gloves kind of looks like ugly Sonic's human teeth. I didn't know I'd be horrified
I just noticed the
until
hands.
I saw it.
I just noticed
Mario
them.
tells Luigi they should fix the epic leak, so they head into the sewers.
Yikes.
Gotta get to that pressure valve.
I don't know, Mario. This feels very teleporty to me. I'm getting the Warriors of Virtue or something worse vibe down here. Luigi continues to feed his green fetish, getting sucked into a mysterious green pipe and taking Mario with him, separating them along the way.
I'm taking you to see the princess. She can help you.
Keegan-Michael Key plays Toad. He's
No,
not
don't
this.
say.
Here we go!
I thought he did a great job. I thought Keegan-Michael Key did a phenomenal job as Toad. I honestly thought we were going to get more of a high-pitched voice, but he made it tolerable. He was actually decent. I liked it. I liked that choice for Toad. I don't agree with that. I think he was better than that, honestly. Like, I'm kind of surprised, you know. He's not, like, bashing them or anything, but he's a little bit like they're underwhelming, and I'm like, I don't know how you could have done any better. I don't. To me, it was a great choice.
The Mushroom Kingdom.
I like it.
Mushrooms, really? Now that is a cruel twist of fate.
Not since Popeye hating spinach have I wanted a bigger reaction but didn't care. I don't know if liking green eggs and ham can be an arc. Why not mushrooms?
I need to see the princess.
I never heard of any princess. Oh, wait, I did. Our princess, though, is in another castle.
The thing! He said the thing! Yeah, not all the callbacks are good. Toad turns this into a Zelda game for a moment, and we're introduced to Princess
I thought the
Peach,
same thing.
played by Anya Taylor-Joy.
Yeah.
She's fine. She's about as just interesting enough as the rest of the cast.
Unpopular opinion. I liked Anya Taylor-Joy as Peach. You could tell how enthusiastic she was to play the character. Again, I actually thought her voice was awesome. I liked it. I did. People were complaining about how like not high pitch it was because Princess Peach had like a high pitched voice in the games. But again, I dug it. I know that people might not agree with that, but it worked for me.
I'm going to convince the Great Kong Army to help us.
I will admit, I was a touch concerned the plot was about saving Luigi instead of her, as, yes, it is a pain she always has to be rescued, but then again, that is the trope, save the princess. It's like one of the oldest tropes there is. But first off, there are several versions of Mario that play with that trope.
Exactly.
My favorite being in the old Nintendo Power comics where she's kidnapped, breaks herself out while Mario breaks himself in, he gets kidnapped, she has to save him, and then they both get kidnapped and they have to figure out a way to save each other. That's a fun spin on the idea, and I like how if you really think about it, she's basically training him how to rescue her later. Okay, that's nothing brilliant, but it's creative enough. Second.
It's nice, but dude, I remember when Nostalgia Critic went on a complete full-on rant about Princess Peach. Like, it was just like #1 damsel in distress, and he was losing his shit. So, and as someone who kind of felt the same way, who felt like it was unnecessary to make her the damsel in distress all the time, I liked that she wasn't the damsel in distress in this movie. She could be in the next one, which is fine. I have no issue with it, but at the same time, it's like, I tend to like that she was actually a badass in the movie. I do. I don't think it was forced at all. I think they handled it quite well. You know, it made sense if she lived in a world like this that she might know how to do some tricks, right? She might know how to jump. She might know how to beat. I liked it. I did.
Mario and Luigi grew up with each other. They already have a connection. There's already an incentive for Mario to save him. It's clear they want a romantic relationship between Mario and Peach.
Yeah, but not the main focus.
Can't build that if they don't spend time together. Plus, with Luigi's newer personality being a scaredy cat, I think this works okay.
Their mad king doesn't make alliances. The Kongs will never agree.
Anyone who doesn't laugh at how seriously that line is delivered does not get why this film is supposed to be funny. Mario tells Peach about his missing brother, and because she hasn't seen a human in years, she takes pity on him and invites him to help out.
How am I supposed to do that?
With the power-ups. They give us special abilities.
Yeah, I love they don't even try to explain the logic of power-ups or the lore or the backstory or stick Mario in a car for an hour. Everyone knows it's a...
Because it's unnecessary. I think it's unnecessary to have to go through every small detail. And honestly, it would make it more confusing for a lot of people, I'm sure. They're power-ups. You hit it, they give you an ability. Awesome. Great. That's all we need to know.
Video game movie. Just be a video game movie.
Exactly.
With that said, 2023, stop trying to ruin I Need a Hero for me. Nobody's gonna top Shrek 2. They own it. Stop trying to top Shrek 2. He does well.
You know what's crazy?
And they decide to journey.
I always think of Shrek 2 when that song plays.
To the Kongs to see if they'll join their battle against
Right on
Bowser.
the money. He's
you know why
not
the
important.
rulers in this world put their faces on everything? You know this is a Mario movie, right? I'm Nintendo's Mickey Mouse. I'm the cash cow.
I will protect you.
A toad brave enough to join me.
Wow, how has this world not gotten taken over yet? For that matter, I just realized his name is Toad, and yet they're all called Toads?
Just don't hurt my toads!
Is that like when you meet a guy named Guy? You know it's stupid to think about, but it's all you can think about.
So, like, are all the girl toads known as toadettes? I'm assuming. So all the toads, toadettes. Right? Right? That's not crazy to me to think at this point. But I had no issue with that. It's fine. It's fine. I wish we got more Yoshi. They just showed the Yoshi clip. I wish we got more Yoshis in the movie.
We see Luigi as Bowser's prisoner just as he's announcing his evil plan.
I will ask their princess to marry me in a
fairy tale wedding!
I don't know why any of us never put together he was gonna be a simp for Peach in this. I mean, it's in like every version. But something about seeing it as the focus of a movie just makes it so much funnier.
Doesn't she hate you?
Of course she hates me.
But that makes me like her all much more.
Makes me love her all the
Oh,
more.
yeah. Love her all
Maybe
much more.
because there's a threatening voice to go with it, maybe because he's surrounded by threatening imagery, maybe because we don't really know his motivation until the start of the second act, but it's surprisingly pretty funny.
It's pretty great.
Bangs. The way she floats in the breeze.
Her removable tiara.
Her removable tiara.
And yeah, where are we with this song now?
Peaches,
peaches, peaches, peaches, peaches, peaches, peaches, peaches, peaches, peaches.
Well, according to the overplayed song list, we're past the legit goodness of Blame Canada. Haven't quite hit the apocalyptic annoyance of Macarena. Just a little under the flip-flopping between love and hate of Let It Go. Just under the I'm annoyed, but I think I like it ironically, Rebecca Black's Friday. And we finally reached the just good enough to make us forget about that weird cameo in Mandalorian. Not bad for a song that's not even a minute long. Yeah, one of the biggest complaints from a lot of people, which I guess is a good problem to have, is the film could have been a little longer. Every scene I feel like could have benefited from just one more minute of screen time.
Yeah.
Go into Peaches. Peaches, 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 peaches. Okay, you're rising up on the list,
Dude.
man.
Dude, okay, before we get, go on ahead and talk about how, like, this movie could have been longer, which I feel like, yes, is 100% accurate. The movie went by like that, but that's not always a bad thing. But I wanted more because I was enjoying everything I was watching. It was actually a good movie, like such a good movie. I wanted more of it. I wanted more Mario stuff. But, yeah, the Peaches song, when it came around, I knew everybody was talking about it. I didn't look up anything because I didn't want to be spoiled. But I was finally getting ready to listen to it, and I'm like, oh, here it comes, the Peaches song, right? And it literally is like 20 to 30 seconds in the movie, and then it's over. Blew my mind. I was like, oh, wow, that was really it. I wanted more. But then I, of course, did a reaction to the full song and everything, and it's obviously fantastic.
Backstory, and it's not even a minute and a half long. She says she just appeared out of a warp pipe, and the Toads made her their ruler.
When I was ready, they made me their princess.
Which makes it even stranger that she's called princess. There's nobody above her. I don't think people know what the term means anymore. It just sounds pretty. Regardless, look at this place. Listen to that backstory. We want to enjoy this a little more. We waited a long time to see this world on the big screen. Have enough confidence in your film to slow down and let us enjoy it. Not that Luigi needs any help waiting, as he's imprisoned with henchmen. Yeah, what'd they do?
Oh my gosh, I just noticed, that's a Goomba. What is the Goomba doing there? Maybe he didn't agree with the wedding. Theories, questions.
Back and forth in the wrong direction, or glitch accidentally giving infinite one-ups. And I know a franchise film is working when I want to know more where a character is from. I never saw this thing before, but man, do I want to play Super Mario Galaxy because of him.
He's so good. Sweet relief of death.
I love this kid. What kind of things does he say in the game?
We're depressed enough.
Okay, I'll just imagine a Majora's Mask backstory or something. Our heroes make it to the Kongs and need a reminder this is an Illumination movie.
On me.
You know, for the random cast we've had in this movie, I'm surprised the halfway point is when we got our first pointless pop song. I need a hero at least has some connection. This is just a guy wearing a sports coat. Hey look, Mario's wearing red, like that red guy from Eyes Wide Shut. So? I don't know. It'll make us $1 bazillion anyway.
Yeah, I did.
They're
I honestly felt the same way. Like, honestly, there was no need for that music. Like, it's catchy. The songs are great, but honestly, you could have just used simple, like, Donkey Kong theme music or Mario music from the games and, amped them up to, like, a more cinematic feel, and it probably would have worked just as well, if not better. It was unnecessary. I get why they did it, but again, not really necessary. We're getting to Cranky Kong. Here we go.
Taken to their leader, Cranky Kong, played by Fred Armisen. He's the worst thing in the movie.
You're worthy of fighting alongside the greatest army in the world!
Yeah, who would have thought out of all these weird choices, Fred Armisen would be the worst one? I have no idea what they're trying to do with this voice.
I heard you want my army. Guess you're not getting my army. You're welcome, Mario.
Why couldn't they get someone like Larry David? He would have worked. Was there just not enough crypto offered or something?
Are you two done whispering? It's a little rude. No, that's not it. He's gonna arrive at the Mushroom Kingdom by sundown. All right, tough guy. You want
Dude,
my army
he sounds
so
like his
badly?
nose is plugged.
I know. Since I want things...
He's awful.
And yeah, I know a guy who screeches for a living is giving this dude a hard time about his voice, but as I get older, I can't do that screechy voice anymore. Fred Armisen's a lot older than me. So what's his excuse?
Lucky for you guys, I got a shortcut. Well, what are you waiting for? Pick your car in the Great Ring of Kong!
God, it's like Jar Jar Binks getting choked down by singing Russell Crowe. Effort went into this suffering. Goddamn effort! They agree that if one of them can defeat his son, Prince Donkey Kong, again, the royal hierarchy is not really a thing in this movie, he'll hand over his army. He's voiced by Seth Rogen. He's... not Fred Armisen.
Oh, dude, no. He's... Honestly, Seth Rogen completely transformed into Donkey Kong. Like, he didn't do nothing with his voice, but the voice fits so much better than I thought it was ever going to. I was worried about Seth Rogen because his voice is not... He's not one of my personal favorites when it comes to voice acting or just a choice of an actor. But I thought he fit. I really did. I liked it a lot, actually. I was pretty surprised. I don't agree. I think Donkey Kong was well casted. I do. I genuinely do.
Hi, Dad! No, Dad, wait back!
Yeah, do you care how he is? All they have to do is play the Donkey Kong rap, and you know you're theirs.
I was, man. I was like, Donkey Kong.
I guess he got the wrong mushroom.
Thank you, yes. Any excuse to give him more lines, please do. Kong makes the Arthur fist and starts beating the crap out of Mario, but Mario gets a power-up, turning him into... Meowrio. I don't know. I'm not proud of that one. Now to piss on him to mock my territory. Oh my god, get this suit off! Aw, it was getting to the best part. I'm aroused. The Kongs join their army and they take their carts to Rainbow Road to try to ambush Bowser, who is clearly distracted.
Will you marry me?
Oh, yes!
What?
Okay, I love how the Koopa Wizard is angry too. Like, he was really getting into that.
Like, don't you know I'm bringing somebody's fanfiction to life?
Oh, they think they can surprise me, huh? Two can play at that game.
Bowser sends his forces to Rainbow Road, and this is hands down the coolest part.
It's awesome. Yeah. Dude, Rainbow Road, the whole Rainbow Road segment was literally what everybody was most excited about. All the trailer reactions, when Rainbow Road showed up, everybody was like, yes, Rainbow Road is happening. Absolutely. Too cool.
Again, how many people have played Mario Kart and imagined an action sequence like this on the big screen? It has a ton of energy,
I didn't. I was just
color,
more focused on
imagination.
winning.
It's like Mad Max Sugar Rush. Aha! I activated the anti-gravity converter. Oh, you don't care. Just hear me say wahoo. We're given the Fox News logo during Pride Month as one of the drivers goes Koopa Kazi and blue shells himself into Mario and Donkey Kong. Quick! Use the game, Genie!
Princess Peach.
Bowser confesses his love to her while also threatening Toad if she doesn't marry him.
No! I'll marry you. Just don't hurt my toads.
And that's the bravest Toad they got. Why were there even guards in this kingdom? I mean,
I
the one
don't
with the
know.
choicest frying pans half the time. Shouldn't that be their enemy?
You would think so.
Peach agrees to marry him, and oh yeah, there's a brother in this Mario Brothers movie. Oh, goodbye. We have to deal with Mario and Donkey Kong not getting along, but bonding over their disapproving fathers.
At least you're not gonna die with your dad thinking you're a joke.
And well, my dad thinks I'm a joke, too.
Yeah, this is the one time I don't really mind the movie being that short. Really. Do you want to hear these guys talking about their dads, or do you want them to give you a Smash Brothers opening? Yes, this isn't a game, it's a movie, but it's a movie that knows its audience.
Well, your
and
dad
the
was
audience
right.
wants it to be like the game. Nobody's expecting father issues, it's the fun of the games in the form of a movie. We need a platform just to get us from point A to point B. Moments like this are those moving platforms just to get you to what you really want to focus on, the colorful action. And when it gets to that, it does it well. I'll save you, Princess. Oh, Luigi, that's right, I forgot you were in this.
Destroy the Mushroom Kingdom!
They have a big battle that probably has one too many slow-mo shots. Late 2000s Zack Snyder called.
Yeah, I thought the same exact thing watching it. It's like, dude, the slow-mo moments are just not necessary. Look, the movie itself, I really like a lot, actually. I'd probably give it like an 8 something out of 10. I really like it that much. But there was a lot of unnecessary things added to the movie. Just a lot of unnecessary things that I get why they did it, but it was unnecessary.
This guy can be trusted.
Slow-mo was one of those.
Back to New York. Admittedly, this is a little bit of a weird spot to have the climax, and honestly, I kind of forgot how similar some of these beats were to the '93 version. But again, it is a movie, and they want to give these two a way of proving themselves to their family, so it only makes sense to have an environment where their family can watch.
I don't need a mansion to be brave!
What? You want a mansion?
No, yeah, actually, can I get that?
The two of them get the star and use their newfound power to defeat Bowser. Funny, I thought taking the shrooms would cause me to see a glow like that. They take out the henchman and Bowser is shrunk down after being fed the blue mushroom.
Let's hear it for the Super Mario Brothers!
He said the thing again. Do they really need to keep justifying this title? So after they finally win the respect of their Brooklyn family and all of the city of New York, they, of course, move to the Mushroom Kingdom.
Yeah, sure.
Why not, man? Hell yeah.
But wait, there's more! That was kinda ruined earlier because we already saw the Yoshis, but whatever. Still less scary than a sequel to this being promised. And that was the Super Mario Bros. Movie. Fun in all the ways we want a Mario movie to be fun, and serviceable in all the ways we don't mind it being serviceable. It's rare we get a video game movie that really allows us to embrace the world we enjoyed playing for so many years. And it's even more rare that it's told in such a likable manner. It's clear this isn't a particularly deep story with deep characters, but it brings to life that world we all used to go to as kids. The world you created when you played with your toys or drew colorful drawings or, yes, played a video game. The simplicity feeds into the imagination without being insulting to it. Now, I will admit, when they do a sequel, it is when, it's not if.
We're gonna get a sequel, yeah, that's without question, without a doubt. I mean, this movie made enormous piles of money. I didn't really talk about Jack Black as Bowser all too much during this reaction, which I'm gonna go ahead and say. He was the best part of the entire film. Like, I love Seth Rogen. I really enjoyed the Super Mario Bros. Casting. I really enjoyed, Keegan-Michael Key. I did enjoy Peach. Bowser, Jack Black as Bowser, was probably the best casted character in the entire film. And I enjoyed everybody's performances. Besides Cranky Kong, I enjoyed everybody's performances. So, and the Peaches song, it's almost like a modern day classic song at this point. I mean, everybody almost knows that song, Peaches. Even if you haven't seen the movie, you know what that song is at this point. So yeah, it's like the next, what was that one song that came out from Encanto? We Don't Talk About Bruno. It's kind of like that, you know?
That's when the story and characters probably need to be upped a bit. And this is a ton of fun for now, but we do want it to grow and evolve. Not a ton,
Absolutely.
but still a little bit.
Absolutely.
There'll no doubt be missteps along the way, just like there were with this movie, but as long as they represent the same excitement and joy the makers clearly had in making this film and translating that to audiences who have the same excitement and joy watching it, many of us will be down for finding the princess in another castle. I'm a nostalgia critic, guy, remember it? So you don't have to.
I guess he got the wrong mushroom.
Oh, Cranky. Yeah, getting back, if they're going to do a sequel, and I do think that what they could focus on for the sequel is actually Luigi. I feel like the sequel would be a perfect opportunity to focus on Luigi. Maybe Mario gets kidnapped, or Princess Peach gets kidnapped, or maybe both Mario and Princess Peach get kidnapped by, let's say, Bowser again, and now it's up to Luigi to face his fears and go save them. There's that. I mean, Bowser hires Wario and Waluigi to go after him, or something along those lines. You know, there's so many things you could do. I even thought about an idea for like a Donkey Kong spinoff, which would be really cool to see. A Donkey Kong spinoff where like maybe say King K. Rool, he sees that Bowser has been beaten, so maybe he wants to take that opportunity to try to rule the world himself because, he himself feels like he's a king. So he tries to go out there and tries to rule, but Donkey Kong stops him. I mean, there's a lot of things you could do for sequels and spinoffs. Get me? I'll do whatever you want. I'll be part of any of that Mario stuff, you know what I'm saying? I would love to voice anybody. I could do voices, maybe, just who cares? I'll voice anybody. But yeah, no, that was a lot of fun to watch. I do like the movie a lot. I know he said that the voice acting was a bit okay. It was fine at best, but honestly, I thought they did a really damn good job for what they were given. And again, I don't think you needed to be complex. This movie certainly did not need to have a complexity to it. It just needed to be a simple Mario movie, and that's exactly what you got. And it looked beautiful. The voice acting was pretty damn good. And yeah, I genuinely enjoyed that. So guys, comment down below. Let me know your guys' thoughts. What did you guys think of the Super Mario Bros. Movie? Hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel if you're new around here. We're on our way to 20,000. Our main goal is 100,000. Help me get to 100,000 subscribers. It's a dream of mine to get my first play button to show that I've been doing YouTube for 3 years now, and I would just love to get a play button that shows that I accomplished something big on YouTube. So if you can help me get that, that would mean the world to me. So until next time, guys, keep it retro. Do take care.